Who might the San Jose Sharks draft at number 104? What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sharks Latest. I'm your host, Jimmy, here to bring you everything regarding your favorite hockey team. If you can't get enough Team Teal, my friends, make sure you hit that subscribe button below and you will be part of the family. Thank you all for 200 subscribers. We have officially reached 200 subscribers on the page, and that is all a testament to you all. So thank you all for supporting the show. Tell your friends about us. We'll continue growing, and at 500 subscribers, your boy is going to wear a Sharks costume for a week, make himself look like a fool up here on Sharks Latest. But today's episode, we're continuing the series where we were looking at 4 different draft prospect options for every single one of the San Jose Sharks draft picks in the entire draft. We are now into the 4th round because the Sharks do not have a 3rd round draft pick. This is pick number 104. It's actually not the Sharks' original 4th round draft pick. This was a pick that was acquired from Florida via a trade in the 2024-2025 season, right at that trade deadline. So our first player that we do have up is an American player. His name is Evan Jardine. He is a forward who is 6 feet, 179 pounds, about 18 and a half years old, played his hockey in the U.S. Hockey Development League last season. He is the number 98th ranked prospect according to Consolidated Rankings, 105th ranked prospect from Tankathon. He's an Ohio State commit. So that's the common theme going forward, my friends, for the rest of the series and the rest of the draft picks going forward. You will not see any of these players suiting up for the San Jose Sharks next season. Rather, they are either going to be playing playing in wherever they are, European League, Canadian League, or they are going to go and play NCAA college in America. But these are all project players, so even if they were to come to the San Jose Sharks development team or just come to the franchise next season, they would not make it to the NHL level. So this individual played 53 games last season, had 27 goals, had 34 assists, 61 points, was pretty effective. Where he was, the team that he played for is called the Youngstown Phantoms, and he was tied for second on a team for goals scored. He was also third on the team when it comes to points. So Evan Jardine has shown himself to be a riser. He continues to improve, and he stays productive at every level of hockey that he gets to. Notes that I have for him is he could be the best passer in the draft. If not that, he is for a fact one of the best passers that you have in this draft. Now, all the rest of his skills may not be enough to allow that ability to make him a 2nd round worthy draft pick or a 1st round, 3rd round worthy draft pick according to the experts. But that is his bread and butter. That's his strong suit. It's his passing ability. You can never go wrong with someone that has that as their bread and butter. We have found a few players in the San Jose Sharks development pool and in the roster currently that are very good at being the scorers, being the leaders when it comes to that. So they might need more of that support role, that assistant, if you will, right, on the ice that's going to serve them up the puck, and getting a very good passer there would really be able to help out for the San Jose Sharks. This player does come with a high IQ, and I like the note that he passes with intention. He's not just an accurate passer that is going to try his best to fit the puck into zones where it's not supposed to be. You know, some people, like Football Reference, for example, some quarterbacks in the NFL, they try too hard to fit a football in a small window, just doing too much, if you will, right? And that leads to constant turnovers, or more often turnovers. And that's something Evan Jardine does not do. He passes with intention, with that accurate passing. So you better believe when he does pass the puck, it gets to where it's supposed to be. He always knows where his teammates are, which once again just continues to make that passing ability even more dangerous. But maybe some cons that we have here is, well, that's kind of basically what he's known for. He has that scoring ability. The pro is that I forgot to mention is he's very good at positioning himself in front of the net to give himself those scoring opportunities, so that high IQ can put him in the right positions to be effective scoring. But he does need to work on his moves. He doesn't really have any kind of go-to moves, deking-wise, or just kind of getting specific slap shots and angles that works well for him. You have certain spots in the ice where some players are just hotter than others. He's still figuring that out, trying to find where his best scoring chances are outside of just around the net like he has been consistently. So that's something that will improve. Another con that we have is his puck handling. So that's a very big con for someone whose bread and butter is their passing ability, because if you can't really handle the puck up and down the ice too well, you're not going to be able to give yourself those opportunities to hit those passes like you need to. So there's a lot of potential when it comes to Evan Jardine, but a lot to work on at the same time. Our next player that we have is a fun one. This is Filip Ruzicka. And why do I say he is a fun one? Well, a common theme that your boy's been having fun with, my friends, is the big body boys. And this is a goalie. So this is my first time putting a goalie on the list. But Sharks have a need for that, right? The notes that I have here is, Askey is someone that we trust for the San Jose Sharks. But you do see that the goalie position does have quite a bit of turnover in the NHL. So Askey's the man right now, but is there a chance that he may not develop fully into the goalie that we want him to be? Sure, there is. Obviously, Nedeljkovic, he's older. We got him on a 2-year contract, but he'll probably be gone after that. We do have, some good prospects, right? We have Joshua Ravensbergen, who he's probably our best top prospect at the development level right now, but we could use a little bit more depth when it comes to the development there. And so Filip Ruzicka is 6'8" with the big body boy. 6'8", my friends. That dude can go play some NBA basketball. But he's 229 pounds, playing in the WHL in Canada with the Brandon Wheat Knights. He is a wall that will plug up that net 100% with that size. He's the 90th ranked prospect according to consolidated rankings, the 101st ranked prospect according to Tankathon, and 84 from EliteProspects.com. So you kind of see rankings a little bit everywhere depending who you're talking to, and so don't be too surprised. That's why he's a fun one. He's someone that has a lot of potential. For some draft boards and some articles that I've read, he is shooting up the draft boards. And some people think that he will not go past the 3rd round, that he will not be available come the 4th round where the Sharks will be picking. But there are a few articles as well that say, hey, because he still is raw, we aren't necessarily putting a 3rd round grade on him just yet. So if he is right there at 104, he might be my top option out of these 4 options that I'm bringing up today. So he did have 42 games in the WHL last season. He had a winning record of 26 wins, 14 losses, and 1 overtime loss. So that's pretty good. A .906 save percentage and 3.19 goals allowed per game. So very, very good there. He could be the steal of the draft potentially. He's steady. He's reliable. The notes that we have is he doesn't have a tendency to bite on fakes and overcommit when it comes to dekes or fake outs or 2-on-1s. You think he's going to go to the next guy and he's not. He's not too often rattled by those situations. The stage does not seem too big for him. He shows good tools that will translate to the NHL level eventually. But that's the con that we have for him, is that he is very raw. And so he's showing his tools that he has, but he is showing them as potential tools that he must work on. And some of that is just basically mechanics and positioning. Now, he gets away, excuse me, with the positioning side of things because of how big he is. He doesn't have to move a whole lot, and he covers a lot of space, but can learn to move that big body a little bit better back there in the net, get that positioning a little bit better, and I think that's what will be worked on as he continues to progress going on in his career. But Filip Ruzicka is probably my top option for the draft number 104. Now, the next person we have here is Yaroslav Fedoseyev. I think I'm saying that right. Fedoseyev. That's how I heard a couple people say in some of the highlight videos that I was watching. Now, he is a right-hand defenseman. That's what I'm bringing here today, y'all, is I'm bringing basically an option at almost every position Sharks could need. Got a forward, got a goalie. Now we're going to look at a defenseman. In case the San Jose Sharks decide they're going to go a little winger heavy early on in the draft and that they had not focused on defense a whole lot, here's where you can snatch a defenseman who is 6'2", 187 pounds. He has good size for a defenseman. Always what I want to see, y'all. He's not necessarily your big body boy, but he ain't a small body boy at the same time. Tankathon has him ranked at the number 108 spot for their prospects, and his pros are he's a very good puck handler. So he's actually going to be that individual that will bring a lot of support to the offense, and from the blue line, that's what the San Jose Sharks have had a need for. Once again, tried to get that out of Nick Leddy last year, tried to get that out of John Klingberg last year. Both were failing projects, and both are going to be gone from the San Jose Sharks. So there is a need to find a defenseman that can have that ability, right? You know, we have Luca Cagnoni. He's a good passer, so he's going to be able to help out on the offensive side of things a little bit. But I think we can use a little bit more assistance when it comes to that. Sam Dickinson's not really known for his offense. The current people on the roster, they're not really known for their offense either. So something that's good to have in the development pool is a good offensive blue liner. He has great composure on the ice, doesn't seem to get too rattled. Great size, like we said. Well, not great, but I'll call it good size. Let's retract that. We'll change that to good size. 6'2", 187. If he packs on a little bit more weight, dude, he'll unlock that big body boy ability. But, of course, it's never worth it if it sacrifices any of his skating ability, because that's a little bit of what he can improve on as well. But he knows how to use his physicality to his advantage, and he sure does. Has a pretty decent slap shot that will continue to improve as he goes. But he was an individual that did play in Russia last season. And started at the lower league level in the MHL and did earn himself a promotion to the VHL based off of his playing ability. He is a player that has good timing on the ice. He understands angles, so it allows him to be in the right space at the right time. But the cons that we have for Yaroslav Fedoseyev is that he does have a little bit of the decision-making issues where passing can be a little bit better, right? Shooting the puck, deciding when to use that slap shot, that nice slap shot that he has, that's something that can be improved on as well. And his skating ability, you know, he's going to improve his skating ability, but that's something that can be better, right? It's unfortunate when you have someone that's such a good puck handler, but at the same time, they're not the greatest of a skater, right? Because you kind of need both to coincide with each other to really be effective. Now, the plus side is he already has one working well for him, just has to unlock the other one to become very effective. And trust me, he's a prospect like the rest of them, a project like all these players. So he will absolutely have that time to unlock those abilities. The last player that I have for the draft pick number 104 is Colin Fitzgerald. He is a center. So now I've gone through and I got a forward, I got a center, I got a goalie, and a defenseman. Colin Fitzgerald has really good size at 207 pounds. He's 6'2", is someone that can bring that good presence to that center on the line. So he's the number 109th ranked prospect according to Tankathon. He played in the OHL last season for the Sioux Greyhounds. In 63 games, he did have 15 goals, 18 assists, and 33 points, playing on 2 different OHL teams last season. So his pros that we have for him is he's physical, and he's effective with his physicality. So another player, that's a common theme. I love it when a young player has that size and also knows how to use that size to his advantage. That's actually a common theme for all the players today. Every player today understands how to use their body, use their positioning to fight to get the puck, put them in the right areas to be effective on the ice. And so that's what we like to see from Colin. That does mean he has a little bit of that IQ going. He can improve in that category, but he does show a lot of potential when it comes to that. He is a heavy hitter. He's a two-way player. So just like Yaroslav Fedoseyev, where he is an offensive-minded blue liner, this is a defensive-minded center who is very, very effective on the two-way, knows how to lay that body out and hit some dudes. He actually has great opportunities to be on a PK unit, and he's effective in all 3 zones. Got a high motor that's going to make him effective in the neutral zone, the defensive, and the offensive zone. But maybe the cons that we have here for Colin Fitzgerald that he can improve on, the offense still continues to be a work in progress, right? In 63 games, 33 points, that's not bad. But you do see a common theme here that all the other players are a little bit more productive for where they are at and the current talent level that they are up against. So he might have a little bit of a hard time hitting the ground running when he's going up against other competition. But this is a potential pick, right? This is a project pick, a player that you draft because you unlock that. You have confidence that you'll be able to unlock those abilities at the lower level with the coaching that you have in place, right? So that's what we do have for him. That's what I have for all 4 players, I'll be honest. The further I go along, y'all, the harder it becomes to find scouting reports, information, videos about these players. That makes my job a lot easier. But that's the work that we're going to put in here on Sharks Latest, yo. You better believe your boy is scouring the internet for all the scouting reports I can, all the YouTube videos that I can to watch some highlights, anywhere that I can. I'm calling random phone numbers and just, hey, do you know this guy? Can you tell me anything about it? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not really doing that. But better believe here on Sharks the Latest, we are putting in that work and doing our research to make sure that we can serve you all as Sharks fans and give you all the great information that you need, because it's the off season, yo, and it's almost draft time. And I know I'm just like you all. I'm itching for some San Jose Sharks content. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Thank you so much for getting us to 200 subscribers. I love you all. I sure do. But question of the day, who is your favorite of these 4? If you were GMMG and all 4 were available, would you pick one of these or would you pick another prospect? Leave me your comments below. But that's all I have for today, my friends. We'll be back again tomorrow looking at draft options for number 125, the San Jose Sharks' other 4th round pick. But that's all I got for y'all. Let's have a great Tuesday, everybody. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it teal. Your boy's out.